Welcome to the Cinematic Explainer. Today we're jumping right into the epic Kahani, the story of Dragon Ball. But look, we're not just rehashing the old cartoons here. We're breaking down this legendary martial arts fantasy through a hyper-realistic 4K lens. We're talking raw, high-stakes lore. Ancient monks, world-ending monsters, and a young guy who is literally destined to save the planet.
So let's set the stage here. Picture this. 2 millennia ago, the Namekian warlord Piccolo and his monstrous companion, Uzaru, completely ravaged the Earth. I mean, they were enslaving entire nations in their wake. To stop this ancient terror, brave monks sacrificed absolutely everything to seal Piccolo away deep beneath the Earth's core. Now, fast forward to the year 2018. The stakes, they feel completely different. We find a teenager named Goku, living a normal, totally grounded life, just training in the art of wind energy with his grandpa Gohan. The contrast between that ancient, world-ending terror and peaceful backyard martial arts is staggering, right? It's a pretty intense reminder of how quickly our ordinary, peaceful lives can be upended by the past.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it grounds the mystical elements in raw, gritty reality. The monks didn't just wave a magic wand to stop Piccolo back then. No, they used the Mafuba. This is an ancient do-or-die sealing technique where a monk must literally sacrifice their own soul energy to trap a threat in a vessel. It's a brutal, fatal cost. It sets this incredibly dark, high-stakes tone for exactly how magic operates in this universe.
Section 1. A tragic call to action. Goku's pretty sheltered teenage world gets violently shattered right on his 18th birthday. Down in a greenhouse, Grandpa Gohan gives him this mysterious 4-star orange orb. Now this isn't just some shiny trinket, it's a Dragon Ball. Gohan explains to his grandson that there are exactly 7 of these mystical artifacts scattered across the world. Individually, they're just beautiful stones, but if you bring all 7 together, they'll summon Shenlong, a majestic dragon capable of granting any single wish to whoever called him. It's the ultimate prize, and suddenly, this young teenager is holding a massive piece of the puzzle.
We get hit with some massive emotional whiplash right here. On one hand, you have your everyday high school drama. You know, Goku is struggling to control his wind energy, accidentally blowing open all the school lockers, and later using his martial arts skills to beautifully dodge and defend himself against this bully, Fuller, at a party. But while Goku is dealing with typical teenage angst, the real world comes crashing down in crisp, horrifying detail. Piccolo escapes his 2,000-year prison. His ruthless assassin, Mai, murders an innocent mother named Seki just to secure another Dragon Ball. And tragically, Piccolo actually tracks down Grandpa Gohan. He uses these unseen kinetic powers to brutally crush his bones, leveling his home into dust.
Section 2. Assembling the Dragon Team.
Okay, let's dive into this. Finding his grandfather buried under the rubble, Goku is given this relentless quest with Gohan's dying breath. He teams up with a brilliant, gun-toting, tech-savvy girl named Bulma, and together they track down Master Roshi. Now, Roshi lays out a crystal-clear, hyper-realistic survival plan for the entire planet, and they are absolutely fighting the clock. Step 1, they have to find all 7 Dragon Balls. Step 2, they need to do it before the impending solar eclipse, which is literally only days away. And step 3, they must use Shenlong to stop Piccolo before that eclipse allows him to awaken the apocalyptic monster, Uzaru.
And you know, this journey, it's incredibly perilous. At one point, while navigating a subterranean tunnel, the team encounters a literal sea of blazing lava, and it's guarded by these terrifying creatures called Cybermen. These monsters are absolutely brutal. When you strike them down, they magically replicate. They just double in number. So to survive, Master Roshi unleashes the Kamehameha. It's this devastating blast of concentrated soul and wind energy. Roshi uses this kinetic blast to hurl a Cyberman directly into the lava, preventing it from multiplying. They even cleverly build a bridge out of the monsters' bodies to cross the fire. Seeing this raw, blinding power in action, Goku realizes he absolutely must learn this technique. It's that classic lesson, right? When you're faced with an impossible obstacle, you've got to level up your skills.
Section 3. The Stolen Dragon Balls.
And this brilliantly illustrates the tactical, high-stakes nature of this story. We have the real Chi-Chi, Goku's fierce ally who's been teaching him how to focus his energy, contrasted against Mai in disguise. During a martial arts tournament, Mai secretly slices Chi-Chi's skin, stealing just a drop of her blood so she can flawlessly shapeshift into her. It creates incredible tension. Mai uses this perfect disguise to infiltrate the hero's camp in the dead of night and steal their collected Dragon Balls right out from under them.
When Bulma and Goku discover the theft,
A fiery, completely chaotic shootout erupts. Goku bursts through a wall of flames only to find two identical Chi-Chis fighting each other. It's this gritty, hyper-realistic mirror match. One of them falls and begs for his help. Goku has to make a split-second decision in the heat of battle, and, tragically, he guesses wrong. He blasts the real Chi-Chi. Mai immediately drops her disguise, pulls her gun, and makes a clean escape with the world's most powerful artifacts.
The consequences of this mistake? Yeah, they're dire. Mai doesn't just escape, she leaves behind a massive grenade explosion to cover her tracks. It really shows us that in these high-stakes environments, one wrong guess can literally be fatal. The blast leaves Goku on the absolute edge of death. But with time running out and the eclipse approaching fast, Master Roshi performs a literal miracle. He concentrates all of his remaining life energy into his fingers, creating a glowing golden blast that he presses directly into Goku's chest. It's a deeply visceral, life-saving moment. Goku doesn't just revive. He wakes up with his soul power multiplied by 100. It perfectly sets the stage for the final showdown.
Section 4. The Monster Within.
Just as our heroes are racing toward the Dragon Temple to stop the ritual, the story takes its darkest turn yet. As Piccolo activates the 7 Dragon Balls at the temple, the earth fractures and a massive pillar erupts from the ground. Goku confronts him, vowing to end his reign. But then, Piccolo drops a massive bombshell. Goku isn't just a hero trying to stop the Uzuru. Goku is the Uzuru. He's the direct descendant of the very world-ending monster they fear. And as the moon fully blocks the sun, Goku's body begins to violently transform. We're talking bone-snapping, 4K realistic detail here, turning him into the apocalyptic beast himself.
It's absolute chaos. The monster Goku actually starts hunting down his own friends, Bulma and their new ally Yamcha. In a desperate, totally heartbreaking moment, Master Roshi grabs the transformed Goku's leg. He looks up at this horrifying, towering beast and makes a hushed, desperate plea. Remember who you are! Fight the monster inside!
But listen, this isn't some fairy tale. In a moment of sheer brutal realism, Goku's humanity is completely buried under the ancient Namekian curse. Blinded by the Uzaru's rage, Goku fails to recognize his master. He grabs Roshi by the neck and brutally ends his life. It is a massive emotional punch, the hero completely stripped of his senses, literally destroying the beloved mentor who just saved his life mere hours ago. It's a terrifying reminder of what happens when we allow our darkest, most primal inner demons to take the wheel.
Section 5. The Final Kamehameha. So, the crucial point is how this devastating loss actually snaps Goku back to reality.
Deep inside the monster, Goku's soul witnesses the death of his master. The raw, pure grief of losing the man he had come to deeply respect is so overpowering that it literally shatters the Ozaru's control. Through sheer emotional force and sorrow, Goku breaks the ancient curse and returns to his human form. Now, the stage is set for an epic, visually stunning showdown. Goku's hyper-realistic mastery of wind energy clashing directly against Piccolo's devastating fire magic.
The pacing of this final battle is absolutely electric. While Goku takes to the sky to battle Piccolo in a fierce mid-air collision of elemental powers, Yamcha steps up on the ground. Bulma is cornered by Mai in a tunnel, completely out of ammo, but Yamcha sneaks up from behind. He finally defeats the ruthless assassin, saving Bulma's life. Meanwhile, high above the temple, Piccolo unleashes a massive sphere of fire. Goku channels everything, his grief, his intense training, his newly multiplied soul power, into one final sphere of glowing energy. He perfectly executes Master Roshi's Kamehameha. The wind energy completely pierces Piccolo's fire blast, destroying the ancient evil once and for all.
With Piccolo finally defeated, this heavy silence just falls over the shattered temple. Goku and his friends gather around Master Roshi's lifeless body. But remember, they still have the 7 Dragon Balls. They place them together, and the majestic dragon Shenlong manifests before them in stunning, hyper-realistic detail. They're granted one absolute wish. And instead of asking for ultimate power or wealth, they use it to right the ultimate wrong. They wish for Master Roshi to be resurrected. The dragon grants the wish, breathing life right back into the old master.
As our explainer comes to a close, Shenlong vanishes into the sky, and the 7 Dragon Balls scatter back across the far corners of the earth, waiting to be found once again. It leaves us with a lingering, provocative question to ponder. In a world filled with high-tech trackers, ancient magic, and hidden martial artists, who is going to be the next to find them? And when they do, what will they wish for? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the lore, and always keep that curiosity